All right, welcome back to Bond STX. I'm going to shoot a recap video for plays of the week for week one. One of the reasons I want to shoot a recap video is because I want to be transparent with the call outs that I'm making. I want to make sure that I'm being as open to those who are listening so that I'm not showing any crazy things or crazy percentages or being untruthful in any things that I'm saying. So welcome back. We'll do a recap video, and that's what I'm shooting now. And I'm going to show the percentages that we could have made, not necessarily percentages or purchases that I did make. The potential, I like to shoot for myself a target of 2.5% a week. Looking at what we did this week or what I did this week based on what I called out, got an 8.8% overall, which is a pretty good week considering a lot of factors. And just looking at percentages is the best way, in my opinion, to kind of really get started. I think that's also something you can scale up and based on how much capital you're putting into the market. So I think starting out and also just continuing is always looking at percentage. Try not to look too much at how much money you make. That will come with due time once you get better at it. So this is the things that I've always kind of abide by, is always look at percentages. I think that's the best method. Thinking about things that to compare the market to. You look at a bank account, you're looking at less than 1% is what you're going to get. Typically, if you're looking in some of the mutual funds, you might get anywhere between 5 and 15%. Sometimes you're lucky, you might get 20 or 30% in a year. Looking at real estate investments, you're looking at probably about 12% if you're good, anywhere between 12 and 13%. So, looking at the market, if you can get 2.5% a week or anywhere around there, that's pretty good. And so, I want to go through some of these. And so, one of the things that hit this week that was pretty impactful was the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq fell somewhere around the range of 5.5 to 6%. And so when you think about the stocks that I go in and purchase, you kind of want to make sure that the market isn't falling, because if the market's falling, 9 times out of 10, the stocks that trade on that index will fall as well. And so that's something to be careful of. When I'm trading, I'm always looking at the index that the stock I'm looking to purchase is trading on. So if it's the New York Stock Exchange, I'm looking at that one. If it's the Nasdaq, I'm looking at that one. So always be advised, and that's something as one of the tips that I use. I always look at the Nasdaq or the index just to be sure that I'm not purchasing at a time where the market is falling. So let's get into some of the call outs for last week. Some pretty good opportunities that came in. Kellogg's was moving really strong coming into last week. It continued on with that strength and continued moving up. So with the call out, I actually called out Kellogg's at purchasing at 63.21. It never came down to 63.21. It came below the true value at 63.51. And so just to be transparent and be fair, I put the purchase price at the true value price if I was to purchase it, and held on through the week, 66.60 cents. So it's a 4% gain for Kellogg's, and Kellogg's continues to climb. We'll see some of that too in this week coming up. Moving on to Intel, that was the second one on my list that had a strong movement coming into the week. It also continued to move strong through the week. It still did not come down. Another one that did not come down to my purchase price where I felt comfortable at $49.95. But it never came below true value as well. But the low of the week was $51.50. So we put that as the purchase price here. And so looking at potential sale price was $53.44. So looking at a 3.8% gain there in Intel. Another one that still continue to move strong this week. So we'll talk about Intel some more in the plays of the week video coming soon. Yamana Gold. So this one was one that I want to show in the charts. So this one, I had a purchase price of 404. It did come down to 404. But one thing in real life, if I was to have purchased this, I would not have purchased it at 404, and I'm going to show you why. One of the things that is very dangerous, and a lot of people want to try to find the bottom of a stock price, and that's very risky. And so when you're trying to, what a lot of people call catch a falling knife, I call it running from a volcano because it looks like hot lava. And so what we'll look at is Yamana Gold for last week. I'll show you real quickly why I would not have purchased this stock at 104, even though I called it out at 104, at 404, I'm sorry. And so you can see from the start of Monday morning, it started to fall instantly Monday morning. The low of Monday looks like it was at 411. And so it continued to fall into Tuesday, kind of popped up high Tuesday, continued to fall even more Tuesday, did a very same pattern Wednesday, fell again Wednesday, and you can see all the red, all the manipulation here, manipulation here, manipulation here. You would never want to purchase a stock when the price is falling in the way it's doing. What you're looking for when you're running from, like I said, a volcano, you're looking for the last bar of manipulation and a recovery over that last bar. And so an opportunity to get in, so you see there's no recovery here above the last manipulation bar. The last manipulation bar here, there's no recovery here. So you want to find a support where it's almost like a flat surface before you want to buy back in. So you see a manipulation bar here. This is the last one here. There's no way that you want to purchase anywhere here because you don't find any flat support. Coming on down, no coverage here. So all the way down here. So even here, you see a manipulation bar, almost a coverage, but not quite, right? So you see this one here, it does not give you a full coverage. So the only real opportunity to buy into Yamana was here. So you see there's a support here. And so you could have bought in at 130 on Thursday. Would have been a little opportunity to buy in here. And then you see after hours, a lot of increase here. But if you just have drawn a line across here, there was an opportunity to buy in and you could have made some money between Thursday and Friday. But to be fair, because I called out 404, we'll keep that in our in the books here. So going back. Looking at Nicola. Nicola was one that I was really strong on coming into the week, and actually turned around really well, really nicely. I put that one on there as a day trade. So if you could have got it, if I could have gotten it, Nicola at 987, which was the true value. It didn't come down to 930, unfortunately. I think it came down to like 951. But it turned around at a high of 1151, stayed strong about 1066 or 1060 throughout the week. So great opportunities there with Nicola, 16.6% gain. So really the highlight of the week was Nicola there. Looking at Etsy, so Etsy was another one that it really just crashed hard. It had a terrible week. I called out Etsy at a 216 purchase price. But again, just like Yamana Gold, I would have not purchased that one at 216 because it was downtrending pretty hard throughout the week. But to be fair, let's go to the charts and we'll show you why I would not have purchased that stock at that price. All right, so looking at Etsy, so you can see our true value here, definitely below true value, but you can see just a straight red all the way through the week. Again, there's no good support here to buy in. So you do have a little bit of the last manipulation bar here, an opportunity possibly, but you do see the rejection of a red here. So you would not buy here. You want to see, again, the last manipulation bar. You want to see a green and another green. That's when you know it's time to go in, okay? So the only real opportunity to buy into Etsy would have been really almost right at the end of day here. I don't know if that's actually looks like it's after hours, so I wouldn't count that. That's pretty much at the end of the market. But if you look here on Thursday morning, great opportunity here. Again, you see the manipulation bar here. You see a recovery here, and you see the green, so it's go time right here. Okay, so this would have been the opportunity, the best opportunity to buy in. It's when you see this green, and of course, I've got extra indicators that's telling me when to buy in. But if you don't have these indicators, which most people will not, definitely want to look at just the red and green bars. Again, you're looking at the red being volcano, the green being good, like look at it as being grass, climbing up the hill. And this is time to get away from all the hot lava, okay? So this is the opportunity to get in, but again, to be fair, since I called it out at 216, we'll go ahead and put 216 on there. But in actuality, I would never bought it at 216. Looking at the charts we just saw. So looking at a negative 14.3%. Moving on to AMD. AMD was one that I wanted to see test at 135. It fell below that test. It did not hold 135. So I think it fell below that twice this past week. And so you're looking at an opportunity that I would not have actually purchased at 135, but again, to be transparent, to be fair, I put the 135 as a purchase price, and then it's held at 132. So you're looking at a 2.2% loss on AMD, but we would still hold that, right? And that's the one thing about stocks. This is not gambling. We're not at the casino. So let's say you don't get your percentage gain this week. There's always next week. You can hold it forever, right? So that's the beauty to a lot of these stocks. And that's why it's key to really invest into good key companies, right? We don't want to invest in companies, or I wouldn't invest in companies that are not very well known, who don't have a good track history. So that's why it's real important to invest in companies that have a good reputation. Facebook, another good call out this week. So got in at 325, stop loss, and stop loss at 336. So Facebook had a great opportunity this week. True value was at 336, fell under that for the most of the week and came back up to that. So good opportunity for Facebook to make some money at 3.4%. Moderna was another one that I was high on coming into the week. The one thing about Moderna, had a lot of pre-market activity before Monday morning. It fell below 253.98 before the market opened. And so it really didn't get an opportunity to get into Moderna. It was below true value. It fell hard. So there was no great buying support from Moderna this week. So since I called out at 253.98, didn't get a chance to purchase it at 253.98 because it fell instantly before the market opened. And so we'll leave that one as a dud for the week. Twitter was the last one we called out. I called out last week. Purchase price at 43.22 was what I called it at. Could have had a quick turnaround at 43.65 at a 1%. The thing about that one, it was real tight. It was showing a lot of indication of a bearish indicator. And so you definitely want to lock in and sell out on that one pretty quickly. It fell hard Monday morning and got in and out with a quick sell. So 1% gain, not a lot there, but overall 8.8% for the week. So I want to continue with some of these recaps and make sure that, again, I'm being transparent. Stay tuned for some more plays of the week coming soon. Got some more tips and tricks I want to come out with, some more videos. And so please continue to subscribe and watch. Appreciate your time today. Thank you.